Welcome everyone. Today, this is not just another motivational video. This is a message. A message for the person who feels stuck. A message for the person who wakes up every day with the same thoughts, the same habits, the same life, and deep inside feels something is missing. Listen carefully. You don't need a new life. You need a new version of yourself. Because your life is a reflection of who you are right now. If you think the same, act the same, react the same, then your life will stay the same. But the moment you decide to become a new person, everything begins to change. New thoughts, new habits, new actions, new results. And today, I am going to show you how to do that. Step by step, in a real way, in a practical way, in a powerful way. And one more thing, if you truly follow this video, you will not only transform your life, you will also improve your English naturally, because you are listening, understanding, and thinking in English right now. So before we begin, make sure you subscribe, because this is not just motivation, this is transformation. Step 1. Accept that your old self is not working. This is the hardest step. But this is where everything begins. Most people want a new life, but they are not ready to accept one truth. Their current version is the problem. Read that again. Not your situation, not your past, not other people. You, your habits, your thinking, your daily actions. If your current self was enough, you would already have the life you want. But you don't. And that is not an insult. That is awareness. And awareness is power. Let me explain this deeply. Every day, you wake up. You think the same thoughts. You follow the same routine. You react in the same way. You make the same excuses. And then, you expect a different life. That is not growth. That is repetition. And repetition creates the same results. Now listen carefully. Becoming a new person does not start with motivation. It starts with honesty. Brutal honesty. You need to sit alone and ask yourself, what habits are destroying me? What thoughts are limiting me? Where am I lying to myself? Where am I being lazy? Where am I avoiding discomfort? This is not easy. Your ego will fight. Your mind will try to protect your current identity, because staying the same feels safe, even if it is painful. But growth is uncomfortable, and if you are not ready to feel uncomfortable, you are not ready to change. Now here's the shift. Instead of saying, "This is who I am," start saying, "This is who I was." That one small change can change everything. Because now, you are not stuck. You are evolving. You are becoming. And once you accept that your old self is not working, you create space for a new self to be born. Not slowly, but intentionally. And this is where your real transformation begins. Step 2. Design your new identity. Decide who you want to become. Now listen carefully. Most people fail to change their life for one simple reason. They don't know who they want to become. They only know what they don't want. They say, "I don't want to be lazy. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be weak. I don't want to feel like this." But that is not enough. Because your brain cannot build a new life based on don't want. Your brain needs direction. Clarity, a clear identity, because your life does not change when you set goals. Your life changes when you change your identity. Let me explain this in a simple but powerful way. If you say, "I want to wake up early," that is a goal. But if you say, "I am a person who wakes up early every day," that is identity. And identity is powerful, because goals depend on motivation. But identity controls your actions automatically. Now understand this deeply. Right now, you are living based on your current identity. If you believe, I am lazy, you will act lazy, I am not confident. You will stay silent, I am not good at English. You will avoid speaking. Your actions always follow your identity. So if you want a new life, you must first create a new identity. Not tomorrow, not slowly, right now. So how do you do this? You sit down, alone, without distractions, and you build your new self. Not randomly, not emotionally, but clearly, powerfully, intentionally. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to become? Be specific, not just successful. Define it. Do you want to become a disciplined person who wakes up early, a confident speaker who expresses clearly, a focused person who does not waste time, a learner who improves English every day, a strong person who does not quit? Write it down, line by line. This is your new identity blueprint. Now here comes the most important part. Do not just write what you want to achieve. Write who you are becoming. For example, not, I want to be confident, but I am becoming a confident person who speaks without fear. Not, I want to improve my English, but I am a person who speaks English daily and improves step by step. Not, I want success, but I am a disciplined person who shows up every day no matter what. This is powerful, because now you are not chasing something far away. You are becoming someone. But listen carefully. This step is not just about writing. This step is about deciding. A deep, strong, emotional decision. Because once you decide your new identity, you must protect it. Like a lion protects its cubs. You cannot keep changing your identity every day. You cannot say one day, I will be disciplined. And the next day, today I don't feel like it. No, your feelings are temporary. Your identity must be permanent. Now let's go deeper. Your mind will try to doubt this. It will say, this is not real. You are not that person. You are just pretending good. That means you are doing it right, because your brain is used to your old identity. It wants to keep you there. But every time you repeat your new identity, every time you act like your new self, you slowly reprogram your mind. Let me give you a powerful way to make this real. Start speaking your identity every day, out loud, morning and night. For example, I am a disciplined person. I take action, even when I don't feel like it. I'm improving my English every single day. I speak clearly and confidently. I do not waste my time anymore. Say it with belief. Say it with energy, even if it feels fake in the beginning. Because repetition creates belief, and belief creates reality. Now understand this final truth. You don't become a new person by waiting. You become a new person by deciding and acting. Your new identity is not something you find. It is something you create. And from this moment, you must ask yourself one powerful question again and again. What would my new self do right now? And then, do that. Even if it is hard, even if it is uncomfortable, even if no one is watching. Because that is how a new person is built, not in one big moment, but in small daily decisions. This step is everything. Because once you know who you are becoming, your path becomes clear. Your actions become clear. Your life becomes clear. Step 3. Kill your old habits. Because they are killing your future. Listen carefully. You cannot become a new person while living with old habits. It is impossible. You can write your new identity. You can feel motivated. You can watch videos like this. But if your daily habits stay the same, your life will stay the same. Because habits are not small things. Habits are your life. What you do every day is who you become. Now understand this deeply. Your old habits are not just actions. They are patterns. Invisible patterns that control your day without asking you. Waking up late, scrolling your phone for hours, avoiding difficult work, overthinking instead of taking action, saying, "I will start tomorrow." These may look small, but they are slowly destroying your future. Not in one day, but every single day. Let me explain this clearly. Every time you repeat a bad habit, you are voting for your old self. Every time you delay your work, you are strengthening your lazy identity. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you are telling your brain, "This is who I am." And your brain listens, it learns, it builds your identity based on your actions. Now here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Your problem is not lack of motivation. Your problem is your habits, because motivation comes and goes. But habits stay. And if your habits are weak, your life will be weak. So what do? You don't try to change everything at once. You start with awareness, because you cannot change what you don't see. Step 1. Find your worst habits. Sit down quietly and be honest again. Ask yourself, what are the top habits that are holding me back? Be real. Don't hide. Maybe it is wasting time on phones, sleeping too much, not practicing English, avoiding important work, negative thinking, comparing yourself with others. Write them down. This is your enemy list. Step 2. Don't fight the habit. Replace it. This is powerful. Most people try to stop bad habits, and they fail. Because your brain does not like emptiness. If you remove something, you must replace it. For example, instead of scrolling for 1 hour, replace it with 20 minutes of learning something useful. Instead of overthinking, replace it with writing your thoughts in a notebook. Instead of avoiding English, replace it with speaking 5 minutes daily. Small replacement, not big pressure. Step 3. Make it difficult to follow bad habits. Right now, your bad habits are easy. That is why you repeat them. So change the environment. If your phone is your problem, keep it away when you work. If late waking is your problem, keep your alarm far from your bed. If distraction is your problem, create a clean, simple space. Make bad habits uncomfortable. Make good habits easy. Now listen to this carefully. This is where most people fail. They expect instant change. They want to become perfect in one day. That will not happen, and that is okay. Real change looks like this. You fail one day, but try again the next day. You break your habit, but don't quit completely. You feel lazy, but still take a small action. This is progress, not perfection. Let me give you a powerful mindset. Don't say, "I will never do this bad habit again." Say, "I will reduce it and replace it slowly," because slow change is real change. Now imagine this. If you remove just 2 to 3 bad habits and replace them with strong habits, for the next 30 days, your life will start changing. Not magically, but clearly. Your mind becomes sharper. Your energy becomes stronger. Your confidence starts growing. Because now, you are not controlled by your habits. You are controlling them. And here is the final truth of this step. You don't become a new person by thinking differently. You become a new person by acting differently every single day, even when it is boring, even when it is hard, even when you don't feel like it. Because habits don't care about your mood. They only care about repetition. So from today, stop saying, I will change my life. Start saying, I will change my habits, because your habits are your future. Step 4. Build discipline. Do it even when you don't feel like it. Listen very carefully. This is the step that separates people who want to change from people who actually change. Because anyone can feel motivated. Anyone can say, I will start tomorrow. I will change my life. I will become better. But very few people actually take action when it is hard. And that is where discipline comes in. Let me tell you the truth. Motivation is temporary. It comes when you watch a video. It comes when you feel inspired. It comes when things are easy. But discipline is what stays when motivation disappears. And that is why discipline is power. Now understand this deeply. A new person is not built in comfort. A new person is built in resistance. When you don't feel like waking up early, but you still wake up. When you don't feel like practicing, but you still practice. When you feel tired, but you still take action. That moment, that exact moment, you are becoming someone new. Let me explain this in a simple way. Every day, you will face two voices. One voice says, rest today, skip today, start tomorrow, you deserve a break. And the other voice says, do it now, stay consistent, don't stop, keep going. Most people listen to the first voice. That is why they stay the same. But disciplined people, they listen to the second voice, even when it is uncomfortable. Now here is the powerful shift. Stop asking yourself, do I feel like doing this? Start asking, is this what my new self would do? Because your feelings will lie to you. Your feelings want comfort. Your new identity wants growth. Now let's go deeper. Discipline is not about doing big things. It is about doing small things, consistently, every single day. Because big actions look powerful, but small daily actions create real change. For example, instead of saying, I will study for 5 hours, say, I will study for 30 minutes daily. Instead of saying, I will completely change my routine, say, I will wake up 15 minutes earlier. Instead of saying, I will speak perfect English, say, I will speak for 10 minutes daily. Small actions, but daily. That is discipline. Now listen carefully. The biggest mistake people make is this. They wait to feel ready. They wait for the right mood. They wait for motivation. But disciplined people, they don't wait. They act first. And action creates motivation, not the other way around. Let me give you a powerful rule. The 5-minute rule. Whenever you don't feel like doing something, tell yourself, I will just do it for 5 minutes. That's it. No pressure, no overthinking. Just start. And once you start, most of the time, you will continue. Because starting is the hardest part. Now understand this deeply. Discipline is like a muscle. At first, it feels weak. You fail, you skip, you feel lazy. But if you keep trying, again and again, it becomes stronger. And one day, what felt difficult becomes normal. Now imagine this. If you stay disciplined for 30 days, people may not notice. But if you stay disciplined for 90 days, your habits will change. If you stay disciplined for 6 months, your personality will change. If you stay disciplined for 1 year, your entire life will change. And here is the most important truth. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. When you stay consistent, you are telling yourself, I matter. My goals matter. My future matters. So from today, stop depending on motivation. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start building discipline. Do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, because that is how a new person is created. And this is where something powerful happens. People will start noticing you. They will see your focus. They will see your consistency. They will feel your change. Not because you said anything, but because your actions are speaking. Step 5. Change your environment. Because your surroundings shape your identity. Listen carefully. You can have strong goals. You can have a powerful mindset. You can build discipline. But if your environment is wrong, your growth will always feel like a struggle. Because environment is silent power. It does not shout. It does not force. But it slowly shapes your behavior. Every single day. Imagine two people. One person wakes up in a clean room, with a notebook, a clear table, no distractions. The other person wakes up in a messy room, phone beside the bed, noise around, no structure. Now tell me honestly, who will stay focused longer? Who will take action faster? Who will build better habits? Your environment is not just a place. It is everything around you. Your room, your phone, your friends, your daily routine, the content you consume. All of this is either pushing you forward or pulling you back. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your environment. If your environment supports distraction, you will get distracted. If your environment supports growth, you will grow. This is why many people try to change, but fail again and again. Not because they are weak, but because their environment is stronger than their willpower. And willpower does not last forever. So what do? You don't fight your environment. You design it. First, clean your physical space. Start simple. Your room, your table, your daily space. If your space is messy, your mind becomes messy. If your space is clear, your mind becomes clear. Remove unnecessary things. Keep only what helps you grow. A clean table, a notebook, a pen, a calm space. This may look small, but it changes your focus completely. Second, control your digital environment. This is very important, because today, your biggest environment is your phone. Ask yourself honestly, what do I see every day? Entertainment, distraction, time waste, or learning, growth, knowledge? Because whatever you consume daily, you slowly become. If you watch negative content, your thinking becomes negative. If you watch growth content, your thinking becomes stronger. So take control. Unfollow what wastes your time. Follow what builds your mind. Limit your screen time. Use your phone as a tool, not as an escape. Third, choose your people wisely. Now listen very carefully. This can change your life. You become like the people you spend time with. If you stay around people who complain, you will start complaining. If you stay around people who waste time, you will start wasting time. If you stay around people who don't take life seriously, you will also become careless. But if you stay around people who are focused, disciplined, and serious about growth, you will feel inspired automatically. You will push yourself without force. Now maybe you are thinking, I don't have such people around me. That's okay. Then build a virtual environment. Listen to powerful content. Watch educational videos. Read books. Learn from people who are better than you. Because your mind does not know the difference. It only knows what it sees again and again. Fourth, create a routine that supports your new identity. Your environment is not just physical and social. It is also your routine. What you do every day, from morning to night. If your day has no structure, your life will have no direction. So create a simple routine, not perfect, but clear. Wake up at a fixed time. Have a small learning time. Have a focused work time. Have a practice time. Even 30 minutes of real focus daily is more powerful than hours of distraction. Now understand this final truth. Environment works quietly. You may not notice it daily, but over time, it changes everything. If your environment is strong, discipline becomes easier. Habits become automatic. Growth becomes natural. But if your environment is weak, even small actions feel difficult. You will feel tired, confused, unfocused. So from today, stop blaming your lack of motivation. Start fixing your environment, because your environment is shaping your future every single day. And when you change your environment, something powerful happens. You don't need to force yourself anymore. Your surroundings start pushing you forward. Step 6. Stay consistent. Because real transformation takes time. Listen very carefully. This is where most people fail. Not at the beginning, not when they feel motivated, but in the middle. When things become boring, when results are slow, when no one is noticing, when it feels like nothing is changing. Let me tell you the truth. Becoming a new person is not exciting. It is repetitive. It is quiet. It is sometimes frustrating. Because real change does not happen in one day. It happens in small, invisible moments, again and again, for a long time. Now understand this deeply. In the beginning, you feel energy. You feel motivation. You feel ready to change your life. But after a few days, that feeling disappears. And now, you have a choice. Go back to your old life, or continue without motivation. Most people go back. That is why their life never changes. But the people who continue, even when it is boring, even when it is hard, even when they don't feel like it, those people transform. Consistency is not about being perfect. Consistency is about not stopping. Let me explain this clearly. You will have bad days. You will feel lazy. You will skip sometimes. You will make mistakes. That is normal. That is human. But here is the difference. Weak people say, I failed today. I will start again next week. Strong people say, I failed today. I will try again tomorrow. That one decision changes everything. Now listen carefully. You don't need to do big things every day. You just need to show up, even in a small way, even if you are tired, even if you are not in the mood. For example, if you don't feel like practicing English for 30 minutes, practice for 5 minutes. If you don't feel like working hard, do one small task. If you don't feel like following your routine, follow just one part of it. Because something is always better than nothing, and something done daily becomes powerful over time. Now let me give you a strong mindset. Stop focusing on results. Start focusing on repetition. Because results are slow, but repetition is in your control. You may not see change in 7 days. You may not see change in 30 days. But if you stay consistent for 90 days, you will feel different. Your thinking will change. Your habits will change. Your confidence will grow. And if you stay consistent for 1 year, your old life will feel like a different story. Now imagine this deeply. 1 year from now, you can be the same person, with the same problems, same habits, same regrets. Or you can be a completely different person, more disciplined, more confident, more focused, more powerful. The difference is not talent. The difference is consistency. Now here is the final truth. Becoming a new person is not a one-time decision. It is a daily decision. Every morning you choose, stay the same or become better. And if you choose growth, again and again, without stopping, without giving up, without making excuses, then one day, you will not need motivation anymore. You will not need to force yourself anymore, because this new version of you will become natural. And that is the moment you realize something powerful. You're no longer trying to change your life. You have already changed. So from today, don't rush. Don't expect instant results. Don't compare your journey. Just stay consistent. Because consistency is what turns effort into identity, and identity into reality. If you stayed till this moment, then this is not just a video for you. This is your turning point. Right now, you have two choices. Go back to your old habits, old thinking, old life, or take one step forward. Not a big step, not a perfect step, just one honest step. Because your life does not change when you learn something new. Your life changes when you act differently. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. And remember this, you are not stuck. You are not broken. You are just untrained. And you can train yourself to become anyone you decide to be. And one more thing, if you are listening to this in English, you are already improving, step by step, word by word, thought by thought. So don't stop here. Keep learning, keep listening, keep growing. And subscribe, because this journey is just getting started. Now your new life begins today.